Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Nine Souls. Probably not quite for the final time yet. However, we are definitely getting closer to the end. And, well, I don't really know what awaits us at the other end of that diagonal elevator that we discovered last time, but there is a little bit more to explore here. Oh. Okay. I'm gonna drop down. Whoa, yep, not quite into this pit necessarily. Oh, that guy's back. I was afraid that might be the case. I kind of expected it, to be honest. Okay, I did want to check out what's down here, though. Of course, more spikes, because why wouldn't there be? Yeah, that's the other side of this collapsed section, but is there anything for us to do here? Ah, yes. It's this one room that we had seen before. Destroy this barrier from the side, grab one more item, standard component, and grab some more lore, I guess. Dust Guardian headquarters screen. Dust Guardian emergency message. Attention all Dust Guardians. Due to the recent invasion of a large mob of unknown creatures, we are now on high alert. The mutant creatures are extremely aggressive and should be killed on sight. Well, good luck. Squad members without arms should head to the armory and pick up some gear as soon as possible. Yan Chi, leader of the 7th Dust Guardian Brigade. An emergency message has been seen, can be seen on the screen inside the mission briefing room. Well, is that all there is here? Actually, yeah. That concludes items and lore for this place. Well then. Can we go around like this and up and into the elevator section? Wait, can we? Probably? Huh? Oh, I didn't even see you there. Oh, wait, this isn't open. So we haven't actually been down there? Wait. Now I'm confused. What is down here? Well, there's one of those tanks that, of which there are many in the room past the elevator. Oh, wow! You can come down here, and you can fall down there. Oh no! Lost my charge because, of course, once again I fell into the stupid spikes. I don't know why I even chased after that stupid bug. There was no reason to. Absolutely none. And now we can't... Oh. Super clumsy. That does not bode well. I was kind of hoping to have a bit more exploration to do here. In fact, I mean, maybe we do. Just a little bit more. Oh god. No. Ugh. Before potentially dealing with something boss adjacent. Or, you know, some kind of combat-related challenge. Oh, I'm out of charges. Okay. I think I got the big thing. I did not. Because I guess it came back just before the explosion was able to take effect. Wonderful. Okay. This is all going splendidly. And here we have another... Yeah, this is just blocked off. Okay, so... Right, we have not actually been to this lower section. So there is still something to discover. And I guess in order to lift the lockdown, or whatever we're going to do... I mean, it's... Obviously, the place is still overrun with monsters, so... We don't really want to lift the lockdown unless we can somehow remove the entire infection for good. By doing something down here? Well... Whether I'll be able to is another matter, but we'll see if that's even... what we're supposed to do. Yes? My lord, you are not far from the last soul, Agong. Oh no. How not far? She is the final hurdle in the way of you obtaining all the soul seals. This last encounter is filled with unknown variables, so make sure you're fully prepared. Oh god, no, really? This is the final boss? I also suggest tying up any unfinished business to minimize any risk later down the road. Seriously? I mean, that's nice of you to say. However, doesn't that suggest that there should be some kind of way to get into the sanction? I mean, we have all the items and all the lore. But there is more to do. There is that door that we've never been to. But I guess there can't be any items or lore in there, or else we would be missing some. It would count towards this map. And then, of course, there is the bell room. Now, the thing is, apparently no one had any ideas, and I mean, fair enough, there's just nothing there. So I did just look for 9 souls, or no, I looked for Empyrean District bells. And I didn't even read any of the results I found, but I just skimmed them on the results page, basically, and I gathered that apparently the information you need, I don't know the exact solution yet, but apparently the solution to the puzzle can be found in some kind of painting in the same area? Some kind of background painting? So, yeah. I don't know, that's... I mean, I suppose... I just wasn't looking, obviously. We'll see how obvious it looks when I return. Which I suppose I will do now, after that warning. I'm still curious about the lower section of this area, or of the main lab area. Because that just seemed to be completely locked off on both sides with those big shutters that, you know, aren't the type that you can normally open just with some sort of switch. Plus, obviously there were no switches. Plus, again, there are no more items missing, so yeah, I'm not really sure what we're even looking for. What we're hoping to find there, except maybe some sort of main power switch, which would allow us to interact with the door at the top left. I mean, maybe those things are gonna become relevant after we deal with Agong, even though the game warned me to tie up loose ends. So yeah, I really don't quite know what to think. Also, we never got that super destructive bomb arrow that we were kind of promised. So I'm not sure what's up with that, but I guess I'm just going to get both of these upgrades, which I think I can do if I sell everything I still have. Just, you know, to get those things out of the way. Oh hey, you got something. Most of my collection has been exclusively purchased by you. Yes. I now have all the requisite Jin, all thanks to you, Sir Yi. However, I knew this was coming. What's your request this time? Oh, how shameful of me to have Sir Yi see right through me. Please allow me to explain how this matter came to be. Do you recall the soul-severing blade you brought me? Yes. I believe the weapon could accomplish great things. However, it was rendered useless the moment I tried to use it. That dagger was still intact even after Shangui exploded. What were you trying to do with it? Why, to save my brother, of course. All in all, I am now in urgent need of a tool sharper than that dagger. After some investigation, I think that a weapon held by a celestial enforcer located in the warehouse might do the job. Do I already have that? Unless something new spawned there, I should have already dealt with whatever enemy he's referring to. Another elite guard from the Celestial Legion? They're really not easy to deal with. I know too well how difficult the task is, which is why I have no choice but to come to you. Fine, I'll do it. Just tell me where I should go and what I'm looking for again. It's in the inner warehouse. Look for the Celestial Enforcer's weapon, also called the Firestorm Ring. That does not ring a bell. Which is worrying, but maybe we do have it? Oh, as expected of Sir Yi, to return completely unscathed. Okay, apparently I do have it. Dang it, I maybe should have looked at it in the inventory, because I really don't remember. Firestorm Ring? It doesn't even sound like a weapon. Oh well. Unscathed, sure. Let's call it that. I mean, honestly, I don't even remember what mini-boss I fought there. But, yeah, I definitely did not leave that encounter unscathed, that's for sure. This texture. A sharp, feather-light blade emitting surges of energy like thunder. Magnificent. This weapon will definitely put a hole in my brother's chest. Huh? What? I'm sorry, what are you going to use it for? Oh, why, how else does one use a weapon? I have been collecting gin and weapons to arm myself in battle against Xinjiang. You want to kill your brother? Why? I already did that. The word kill could be more precise. We synthetic beings have no heartbeat. I just wish for my brother to cease all functions. You never said you hated him. Hate him? Not in the slightest. The heavens and earth bear witness to my fraternal love. As you must know, synthetic beings like my brother and I are ruled by our locomotion and not by our mortality. In the same way, the fate of my brother can't be defined by signs of life or death. Is that because you don't want him to be under the control of others? Like you said, he who is unable to live for himself is a dead man walking, right? To think that you and I could have developed such rapport in our short time together. It's a pity that, for centuries, both of us gazed in the same direction, yet he never understood that poem. My brother and I, we differ from one another. But that doesn't matter. Anything beautiful would rather perish with dignity than endure in silence. You know better than me how tough Xinjiang will be to deal with. And besides, I thought you hated violence. The road ahead may be treacherous, but for my brother, I shall press on without hesitation. Such an important matter cannot be left for others to resolve. All my preparations are complete. I shall take my leave soon. I cannot express the immense gratitude I have for your assisting and housing me, Sir Yi. I can't stop you, but it's best to be careful. Well, I suppose that's it, huh? We really don't have anything more to purchase from you, so... Best of luck. Once I have concluded the affair with my brother, would you care to join me in a contest? Oh, I meant one for elegant pursuits such as music, shankun, calligraphy, and painting. Sure. Right, we do have these... is that even going to be enough? Yeah, surely. Of course. Yes, we've read all of these. And recycle one of those, and that's actually enough? Is that really everything? Actually, that is everything for now. Unless that bomb arrow is ever going to become a reality. Okay. And just to confirm, yeah, of course, we did end up collecting the items in here in the end. Well, I suppose... Well, that's everything we can do here for now. I will check out the Empyrean district now and see what that whole painting situation is all about. Right, we did get these. Yeah, I will still continue using this. Jades. Well, I suppose we don't really need money anymore for now. So I can just take this one off, finally, and install something else. Damage output increased when health is below 25%. I mean, yeah, that's just eventually going to take effect and otherwise not harm me. The other thing, of course, well, this one, Shadow Strikes are just too rare. You can't really pull these off in combat. Usually, enemies will just face you. So, I don't see how this is going to be useful. I mean, I could go back to this one. More damage at the cost of damage taken, but we're also draining health or restoring internal health damage while attacking, which more or less cancels each other out. I mean, yeah. Unless I miss a lot. It really depends on the fight whether this is desirable, though, I would say. And this is not going to have an effect on enemies, or on bosses, or even mini-bosses, I think, so... I don't know. I just don't know. I could just go for something like, Where was it? Well, I mean, the revival upon death. Yeah, sure, that's better than nothing, I suppose. It's definitely a crutch, but... And plus, not even guaranteed to really save me for long. Wasn't there... Ah, yes, reduced knockback when parrying. Honestly, maybe just go for this one. I might switch that out for the Swift Blade if it seems like it might benefit me in, you know, any upcoming encounters. For now, though, I guess I'll just go with this one, which at least doesn't have a drawback. Okay, teleport up here. And I keep forgetting that we just want to go straight up, which I think we can just do. Huh? Who growled at me? Oh, it's maybe just the thing up there? Who knows? Okay, no painting here. Oh, is it up there? Oh, it totally is, isn't it? Oh. Okay. Oh, I'm out of talismans. Yeah, I want this thing gone, though. Okay, the spikes are gonna come back, but... Okay, at least I can look at this. I mean, how are you supposed to determine that this has any connection to anything? I mean, it's a... When you actually stop to look at it, it's weird, of course, right? Because there are those 5 celestial bodies, suns or moons in the sky, apparently. But the reflection, if that is indeed water, the reflections are obviously wrong. Maybe that's supposed to tip you off that there's something more going on here. And those, I mean, the reflections are on those lines, so it's kind of a bit like a note sheet, or, note sheet, is that? Score sheet? Whatever. However, do we have... I mean, there are 5 different lines. 5... Yeah, and each dot is on... Well, each line has 1 dot. There are 5 bells. But as far as I can tell, those bells don't produce 5 different sounds. Or at the very least, they're not nearly as distinct as they are in that other bell puzzle. I mean, these two sound differently. And the sound is consistent for each bell, as far as I can tell. Is that slightly different? Those sound identical to me. Yeah, and those lower ones also sound identical to me. And this one sounds weirdly muffled. Right? Is that just me? Or does this one just not seem to create a clear tone at all? Does it reverberate as long as the others? It just sounds weird. I don't know. I mean, let's assume that their positions correspond to their positions in the painting, so we obviously got, well, 5 bells arranged from left to right, or, you know, right to left, whichever way. Let's assume... What would this even mean, though? The first one is supposed to be... Oh, is it just... Do we read them from top to bottom, basically? So the top line in the reflection is the second bell. Then the second line is the third bell. Oh, wait, the third... Wait, I'm dumb. we specifically don't have one bell per line, or one note per line, because two of them share a line. How did I not see that before when I'm specifically looking for it? I don't know. Anyway, what does that mean? How could that possibly work then? We would play that one first, that one second, no bell third, and so that can't work. So obviously, that's not it. So I mean, if those were notes, then we would only have 4 different tones to play, right? 4 different notes to play. Because 2 are the same in that sequence. But as far as I can tell, we only have 3 different notes produced by those bells. Also, of course, if they were notes, we would just play them from left to right, but how would that work? I'm honestly at a loss here. I suppose, if nothing else, though, it has to be a sequence, right? We just have to play the correct melody, if you want to call it that. So technically I just need to... Oh, I definitely don't want to double hit them, though. Or do I? No. I don't think I do, though. Also, I hope that only an actual charge attack really counts. And accidentally hitting it with a normal attack like that isn't gonna screw anything up. So that wasn't it. I suppose if I go about this systematically, and if no bell is played twice, it shouldn't take too long, right? There are only so many combinations, and I should eventually get it. It doesn't feel great. At this point I could just look up the solution, or at least... Because I want to know what the picture is actually supposed to tell me. Again, if I hadn't known to look for a painting, I would not have looked twice at this at all. I mean, I didn't. But even now that I did, it doesn't really make sense to me, because, you know, if it were 5 different tones like the other puzzle, sure, I could order them from highest to lowest and just play the melody, I guess? But that just doesn't work here, unless I'm completely tone deaf and they are supposed to be different, but I'm pretty sure they're not. I mean, I had no problem distinguishing the first, you know, the other bells, the sounds of the other bells, but here I just can't. So I don't know. I mean, I guess I'll just pause recording and start inputting some sequences until I get bored of it, or get it by chance. So, yeah. Okay, hold on. I actually did not even input any sequences, because I just, basically, the moment I paused recording, I had one more idea. Maybe you're supposed to look at this sideways, and each line on this note sheet is basically the vertical string that the bell is attached to. If that makes sense? So if you look at this that way, it would actually spell out a sequence. If you read it from left to right, it would be second bell, then fifth bell, the one all the way on the right, then 4, 1, and then 2 again. And the middle one would not be played. 2, 4, 5, 1, 2. Let's try that. I really hope that's correct, because that at least makes some sense. And I already forgot. Two, 5, 4, 1, 2. 2, 5, 4, 1, 2. Yeah. Oh. Okay. You know what? I'm a little bit proud of myself. Also, that was it was really a close call, because I almost just gave up on trying to solve this. Glory to the selfless souls whose greatness shines through something. I was sent to represent the 500 members of our clan on this island. I swear to uphold the... Okay. I guess I'm not really supposed to read all these. Or they're just gonna cycle and repeat themselves. Mother Huang. Eldest son of the Feng clan. The Fang clan. Of the Feng clan. Chen Sheng. Huh. Okay. First things first. Advanced component. Of course, we probably don't need any money anymore. So that's a bit of a shame. Yeah. Is it all just gonna be more of this? I mean, what else would it be at this point? That's a lot of money. And even more money. Alright, well... And what's this? Oh. Backers, special thanks. Something like that. Okay, not sure about that first one there. It looks like gibberish. If this reality is too harsh for you, look towards your dreams for a better world. Dreamscaper. Thank you. I'm not going to read all of these out loud. Should be able to pause the video and read them if you're interested. But clearly there's some sort of you know, messages from the real world, not actually in universe. Okay, well, I guess we didn't really have to solve this, because it didn't really do anything for us. But that is completion for this area now, and that's really all that counts. All right, and I mean, I needed a little bit of a hint as far as, you know, where to look for the solution, but yeah, again, I ended up finding it, ended up figuring it out. It's definitely not the most intuitive, but in a way it does make sense, so, you know, I'll take it. Also, holy crap, this can't possibly have taken 28 minutes. What did I even do? I feel like I literally just started recording. That's insane. Where'd the time go? And now the next thing is supposed to be a boss fight right away? That's... I mean... I also don't really want to end the episode here and make this a super short one where almost nothing happened. But then again... I also don't really feel like going into the final boss now, you know? That's a bit of a conundrum. This map is supposedly done. I mean, we know that we're definitely going to enter this Fusang tree structure in the middle, right? At the very end. So there's got to be something after the boss fight. But the fight itself could very well be a thing. You know, judging by past experiences. I mean, I could take a sneak peek at it, just so I don't end the episode on such a... I don't know. On something quite so lame. I mean, I did solve the puzzle, but ultimately, you know, there wasn't really a great reward or anything, so it doesn't really feel that amazing, I gotta say. I could try to take one more look at that lower section in the lab, but again, we're not missing any items, so presumably we're gonna go there as part of the story, as part of the game progression after we deal with Agong, I guess. We'll take a look. But I will... well, we'll see. Maybe I'll just defeat her first try. And, you know, that would obviously be ideal. I don't see that happening, but let's stay open-minded. Oh. I guess I was wrong. No mutants bursting out of their glass tubes. This place actually continues a little bit. Interesting. That's gonna be broken from the other side. Oh. Okay. I guess the game, well, didn't exactly lie to me, but definitely made me expect... oh no. Well, that's fine. To run into the boss fight immediately. You know, with all that talk about Agong being close. Well, not quite sure what we're looking at there. Or here. Oh, that's the same kind of setup, except in the other one there's a Tianhuo flower blooming. Oh, wonderful. Recording device. Okay. Guess we got some more lore. Origin era, year 450, winter 120. I have never seen a catastrophe like this. Tianhuo will spread all throughout Penglai. No Solarian will be spared, including myself. However, during this chaotic time, the Tiandao Council was able to maneuver itself to the top. This has helped to secure an unprecedented amount of support and resources. Our new Kunlun Research Center will bring back all the Fengshi technologies. I must live up to everyone's hopes and find that cure. That is our current mission. The world will know that science is our only hope. Well, I mean, that sounds noble enough, I guess. At what point did everything go wrong, though? Origin era, year 452, spring 48. So, 2 years later. While I was speaking in the Xia Kingdom, a severely injured young boy was put in front of me. He had suffered serious injuries from an explosion. Oh, that's us, of course. I did not expect him to survive to the next day. Miraculously, it seemed like the primordial roots was helping him regenerate the damaged organs and tissue. Using my rhizomatic stabilizer, the young man not only made a full recovery, his body also exhibited an unprecedented symbiosis between Solarian cells and genetic material from the primordial roots. This data may lead us to even more breakthroughs. Have I been blessed by the heavens? Well, you could say that. Surely now, though. Oh god, well, there were enemies this time, just not in the way that I expected. Purely background for now. What's up there? Something. But no chain to lower. Oh. Oh. What's this now? Oh, that's a little bit scary. Just a little bit. Easy. Huh. Cats? Oh no. Origin era. Year 457, summer 81. I have been going through solution after solution, only to find that I'm dead wrong every single time. When we isolated the Tianhuo gene from an embryo, the result did not resemble a Solarian in either appearance or intelligence, to say nothing of its incredibly short lifespan. In fact, we might not even be able to create a cure in time. It was in this fraught situation that Yi came up with the Eternal Cauldron project. It's risky, but it might be our last big gamble. Therefore, I have decided to move all of our available resources toward the Eternal Cauldron project. Research on the cure is by no means terminated, just postponed. Eternal Cauldron. I mean, yeah, obviously that's the name of the big project that we are currently inside of, basically. That ended up sending the island of New Kanlan as a spaceship, as a generational spaceship into space on some sort of voyage somewhere. What could the name supposed to be signifying? Discover an incredible secret evolution achievement. Some sort of actual connection between Solarians and real cats? I don't understand if there's supposed to be something to understand. Maybe my brain is just a little bit too slow today. It definitely is. Definitely feels that way. Maybe I'm not really receptive enough for any major revelations today, but it's what we're getting. So I guess it's still better than having to deal with the final boss fight now in my current state. So there's that. There's a lot more up here, turns out. Suppose we'll be getting here eventually. Well, by eventually I mean pretty soon, probably. Yeah, can just jump up there. Right? Can we? Maybe we can't actually. That seems a little bit too high. Yeah. Did I have a chance again to get up there with the help of an enemy and I missed it? Or even up here? That might even be easier, yeah. I wonder if I had just jumped off the enemy that was patrolling there. Can I lure you up here? Oh yeah, I can. Well, well, well. That worked! Why am I so surprised? More money, yay. And that thing. Screw that thing, I guess. Well, there isn't really anything up here, is there? Oh, that wall was climbable all along? I didn't even realize. Never mind. So we didn't actually need to lure that guy. But it was fun, I suppose. Yeah. Let's try that again. Okay. Not actually touch those spikes, surprisingly enough. No. More lore, huh? I mean, it's interesting though, we've definitely been finding items and also lore bits, but they're just not being counted. There's no counter for them. Origin era, year 468, winter 1223. Fantastic. We have found a new ray of hope on the eve of the launch. Our research was totally misguided. We need not rely on the primordial roots to eternal life for Solarians. With data from G's cells, we'll not only develop a serum for Tianhuo, we'll also be able to achieve true immortality. I believe we can overcome any and all challenges we face. A Solarian that can live for thousands of years without any genetic modification. The source of G's vitality differs vastly from that of Kang Hui or Yi. But this information needs to be concealed, especially from Yi. We can't afford any more missteps at this juncture. Huh. Well, yeah, he clearly didn't know until recently. Foundation era, year 2, autumn 1023. Foundation era, I suppose that's after the launch. Despite not meeting expectations, we already have a prototype for the cure. The next step will be to test the cure on our test subjects. After several rounds of observation, adjustment, and additional testing, we should be able to perfect the serum. Solarian clinical tests take a massive amount of time to conclude. Luckily, the Eternal Cauldron project has bought us that precious time. In the end, the credit still goes to Yi. Where did it all go wrong? As your mentor, I thought you'd understand. Right, so I mean, what was Yi's idea then? I guess Eternal Cauldron... The idea of Eternal Cauldron was to put as many Solarians into hibernation, slowing down the effects of the disease, while simultaneously continuing to look for a cure, with hopes of the species surviving, right? Everyone in hibernation surviving long enough to eventually be awoken and cured. But why send a spaceship on some course somewhere? Why not just seal off the island so, you know, the virus doesn't, new infections cannot reach it from the planet's infected atmosphere? Or if that just cannot be guaranteed, then maybe, you know, shoot it into orbit, make it orbit the planet. Why leave entirely? Maybe because Peng Lai was just lost, irrecoverable, and they would simultaneously trying to save the species, but also find a new home for it, because they would never be able to return. But then they started looking for a different cure, a cure based on G's longevity, whatever might be causing that. And Yi was not supposed to know about that because that involved terrible, well, human experiments, basically, or Solarian experiments in that case. And he would not have agreed with that. In fact, he apparently did learn about it eventually and disagreed with it. And that's why Aegong tried to dispose of him. I mean, that's my best interpretation for now. Oof. Disgusting. A lot more logs to read. Well. Foundation era, year 37, winter 215. It's still unclear if one can be completely cured of Tianhuo, but there are no doubts regarding the effectiveness of the serum. Based on our reports, Tianhuo growth seems to have been suppressed by Dust Guardians who have received the serum. However, it is worth noting that a very small percentage of test subjects experienced secondary mutations. These mutations have led the affected Solarians to take on a new form. Okay, so they've started turning into the monsters we've been fighting from pretty early on. That's not a recent development. What follows is a loss of sanity and an increase in violent behavior. This is a completely new development that will require further observation. Foundation era, year 125, spring 527. Waking up from the soulscape over and over again has taken a toll on my body. Solarians exhibiting the secondary mutations, now referred to as mutants, have demonstrated some incredible abilities. With the roots genes already present in Tianhuo, some mutants have been able to infect and devour a part of the primordial roots. Through that connection, these mutants are functionally immortal. Data corrupted. Huh? What's that all about now? Well, I mean, okay, we know that they're functionally immortal, so that they weren't to begin with. But I guess they absorbed some of the immortality aspects. The immortality... I don't know, whatever. The immortality factor inherent to the Fangxi. No, not the Fangxi, the Fusang. You know. Foundation era, year 259, summer 812. Damn soulscape. My head feels like it's about to explode. Returning to our report, the mutants seem to exhibit some collective consciousness. They share information and act as a group to the point of being energy efficient and coordinated to an extreme degree. Okay, I've definitely not noticed any of that. This phenomenon goes beyond our traditional understanding of life forms. We may be on the cusp of discovering a whole new type of organism. Data corrupted. How convenient. Foundation error, year 351. No date given. We have concluded our clinical tests after no new qualitative changes were observed. 90% of those who received the serum failed to recover from Jianhuo. The remaining 10% turned into mutants. Oh, great. How are we supposed to find the solution? Oh. Well, that sounded a bit desperate. Oh. A bit dispirited. Crestfallen, perhaps. Just go through that. Okay, yeah. No problem there. It's up there. Oh, that's just... yeah, we had seen that. This is not ideal, but thankfully that fire looks much worse than it is in terms of the damage it deals. Okay. Well, that room there is missing on the map, so obviously we must be able to get there eventually. Oh no. Wait. Agong Soulscape? 46. Great Dragon 46. 47 minutes on the clock now. What am I getting myself into? And the game is saving right here, so technically I could make a cut, but that would feel weird, so... let's just look at this. As I said, if I do find myself actually... oh, okay. No data here, huh? If I do find myself entering a boss fight, I will not actually attempt to beat it as part of this episode. Are we actually gonna fight Agong inside her soulscape? So this is where you were hiding. You weren't easy to find. I really didn't expect to see you again, Yi. I'm sure you didn't enter my soulscape just to say hello. No, I entered to say goodbye, ideally. No, I'm here to patch up my regrets. Have you forgotten already? We were separated in such a hurry I didn't have time to properly say goodbye to my old mentor. Huh, what a sentimental disciple you are. It has been 509 years since we last parted, hasn't it? Back then, if I was able to convince you, things might not have developed this way. Spare me the empty speculation. If we could go back in time, I would simply behead you with my sword. I've watched you murder the souls one after the other. I don't even recognize you anymore behind your bloodlust. You were my favorite student, so curious about the world and eager to learn science. Don't you remember? You came up with the Eternal Cauldron and brought hope to all Solarians. That hope should not have been based on lies. People have a right to the truth. That's what you taught me. You were the one who betrayed everything you believed in. Wrong. As a scientist, I knew from the very beginning that it was important to solve problems in a practical manner. Truth and lies mean nothing compared to a Solarian's life. Forgive me for asking, but do you think Tianhuo will just disappear once you have taken all the soul seals? Or do you plan on waking everyone up just to die together back in Penglai? Overthrowing you in the council is a start? I mean, I guess? They are still the bad guys, right? We're trying to do something noble here, I'm sure. I believe there are things more important than mere survival. I mean, surviving would be nice, though. But yeah, screw the council, I guess. And you are sure this won't just lead to another disaster? No, absolutely not. In fact, I'm afraid it probably will, no matter what I choose. I mean, there probably wasn't even really a choice there. I have indeed made mistakes in the past. That's why I spent the last few centuries trying to make amends. Right now, I am the only one who can make things right. No matter how much you hate me, this is an indisputable fact. You're not in a position to say any of that. Did that strike a nerve? That's only because deep down, you know I'm right. Yi, are you doing this on behalf of all Solarians, or is this a personal vendetta? Well, I don't think there's any meaning in continuing this idle chatter. I agree. Draw your sword. I won't lose to you this time. I admire your confidence, but don't forget, this is my soulscape. Do you recall the first key point from the Fangxi Art of War? All warfare is based on deception. Uh-oh. Correct. You have always been an excellent pupil. Is she gonna take the soul seals away from us, or... I guess so? I seized control of your nerve centers the moment you entered this realm. You... even I didn't think you'd pull such a dirty trick. In fact, I was just thinking about how I would obtain the permissions to usher in the new era. The heavens must have sent you to assist me, and for that you have my gratitude. You planned this from the start. So then those mutants... No way. There were many accidents along the way, but I finally understand the purpose of it all. Everything, including your betrayal, ended up working in my favor. Sleep peacefully, my child, for this nightmare is about to end. Played like a fiddle. Damn it. And now we're trapped in here? And Agong has the seals and exclusive control of the whole ship, I guess, and all its resources, which she didn't have before, apparently. Yi. Huh? Who's it, sister? Hang, is that you? I've been thinking about a lot lately. What do you mean? Why are you here? I'm sorry, but I can't leave with you. What did you say? I'm not going with you. I want to stay. What happened? What's making you say such a stupid thing? I'm serious. You will die if you stay here, don't you know that? I know, but I can't imagine my life ending anywhere other than in Penglai. At New Kanlan, we will find a way to end this virus. You won't have to fear Tianhuo. But ultimately, we're all mortal, and I hope to complete my journey within the Great Tao. There you go again with that gibberish. Do you not want to live anymore? Of course I want to live. How could I not want to spend the rest of my days with you? But Yi, I don't want to run away. Life and death are part of an inseparable whole. We must live well and be willing to accept death's embrace when it inevitably comes. Back then, the primordial roots extended your life. The one that saved me was my mentor. Why do you think I worked so hard to study science for all these years? I thought you of all people would understand. Why would you betray me like this? I've always saved the best of everything for you. No, you just assumed what I wanted. You never bothered to ask me. You keep saying it's all for me, but really, it's always been about what you want. So, everything I've done up to now was just my own wishful thinking. I get it now. Is that what's been going on? What's been going through your head? I should have known. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it that way. It's okay. I think you made your point loud and clear. Let me do the same. I will come back to visit one last time before takeoff. If after giving it some thought, you still decide not to come, then you're gone to me, and I never had a little sister. Wow, that's a little harsh. I mean, he's understandably upset, I guess, but also, it's ultimately her own decision, right? Even though I personally don't agree with her philosophy, but that's also not on me, really, to decide. What? How could you say something like that? You're all I have left. I'd rather forget about you than approve of your rotting with the rest of the lunatics on Penglai. Why? Doesn't matter. You're not at fault, and I'm not at fault. I mean, he's pushing her away because obviously he doesn't want to lose her, but we just made different choices. But you never came back. Why? Why did you leave me behind? I didn't. Wait, this is... When the curtain falls, none of us are really at fault. We are souls. Outshining all species, never to be extinguished. Leeching off bygone glory to fuel our brilliance. We are survivors. Well, not you guys. Our feverish flames have failed to forge hope, inflicting blistering pain with each searing embrace. We are martyrs. Working in vain, painting our colors across the sky over and over again, probing and feeling. Night descends, and our light is already faded. Right and wrong fade away in the twilight. The sky is getting dark. No one's at fault, for we are only souls. Okay, time to wake up, Yi. Right? I knew you were here, Yi. Wait, was that Chuan Chuan? Aren't you excited for dinner tonight? Oh. Yi, you're finally awake. Is that you, Chuan Chuan? Can you hear me, Yi? Where have you been? We were attacked. The Four Seasons Pavilion. How? Are you in danger? Those metallic monsters suddenly came in and... Ah! Wait, I think they're back. What? Find a place to hide, quickly. Chuan Chuan? Chuan Chuan, are you there? Answer me. Uh-oh. Well, I guess we weren't quite that close to the end, after all. Character bio updated. Aegong. One of the 10 souls in the council and head of the research center. Aegong holds the most prestige in the Tiandao Council. She is the council's de facto leader and Yi's mentor. Right. Still missing one final entry, though. What could that be about? And what about these? Oh, one more here as well. Interesting. Not quite sure what that means, necessarily, but... well, I know that I don't want to continue from here. Those gates are now open. Gotcha, that makes sense. Yeah, I'm surely the game just saved after that cutscene, after we woke up again. So we will continue from here and, well, try to make our way back to the pavilion and save Chuan Chuan and Guafu, I suppose, and I mean, yeah, I guess just those two. If we can. And, well, we'll see how things develop from here. Guess the map isn't really giving away what's going on. Right, anyway, yeah, I need to end this episode right here. As always, I thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and I shall see you real soon. Bye-bye.